Hello, ericshibo.com, and today I'm going to present you the Panasonic Lumix LX100 MKII. Let's start. So, first of all, thank you very much to Photosura for lending me this camera so I could try it. I had already tested the version 1, the first one, that is not called Mark 1, it was called LX100, and this is LX100 Mark II. I was a bit disappointed about the lens, so today we're going to see what's new. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ericshibo, my website ericshibo.com, and if you have any question, please send me an email to info@ericshibo.com. So let's start. So I will show you some pictures and video I've made with the camera as I speak, and I will stress a point on the lens, because this is what I didn't like about the first version. So we'll show you some capture of center and corners of some pictures, and you can see exactly what I mean, what I like or I don't like. Okay, so the camera is, I'm going to tell you the specs, not all of them, you can check them on Panasonic website, but so this is a 17 megapixel sensor. They've changed the sensor. The first version had a 1-inch sensor. This is a micro four third, which is 1.33, 1/3 inch, which is larger. It has a lens. It is the equivalent of 24 to 75 millimeter. It opens from 1.7 at maximum angle, and then 2.8 at minimum angle. Okay, and up to 16. It's a Leica lens. It's stabilized. I tell you most important, I go quick on this, okay? The ISO from 200 to 12,800, but it can be extended to from 100 to 25,600. It has Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, obviously. So obviously nowadays. The screen is not orientable, but it is a touchable screen. There is no microphone, external microphone connector, so you need to use the onboard microphone or have a separate recorder. There is a flash hot shoe here, but there is no onboard flash, so they give you, pay for it, small flash units you can stick in there, okay? You have onboard in-camera photo editing and video editing. What else? What I think was important, you have, well, the typical filters, like, I mean, I don't even tell it anymore because they all do that, okay? Filters to do some effects and all this, okay? It is 4K video, and very often they ask me the maximum recording time. In 4K, it is 35 minutes, okay? In theory, it's up to 80, but then the specs say real time, it's 35 minutes in 4K at 30p and 40 minutes at 60p or 50p, okay? Okay, so let's show you a bit more about this camera. I love the way to use it. It's very easy. First, here you have the aperture, okay? If you leave it on A, it's automatic aperture, and here you have the speed. If you leave it on A, it's automatic speed. If you put both on A, it's fully automatic. If you put one of them on A, the other one is the priority, obviously. Also, you can decide, same as the first version, on the format of your picture without losing resolution. 4/3, 1/1, which is square, 16/9, and 3/2, okay? Here you also have a compensation from -3 to +3. What else did I say? Here you have the record button. So one thing for video, one thing I do not like on this camera, and not on most cameras like this compact, is that you don't have a dedicated button as a video. So when you preview, until you start recording, you don't have the framing of the 16:9. I think it's on error. It would be nice to have to fix it first. So when you actually frame, you already know how it will do when you start recording. You know, I don't know why they do that. Probably because they want people to go for a better camera. But okay. So it's very easy to use. It's practical. I like it. You have autofocus. You have macro, and you have manual focus. So it's very easy to use. I really like this camera. So I'm going to tell you the point. As you can see, as I speak, I show you some pictures of this. But now we're gonna get to the point of deciding whether I think they've bettered the camera. I think it's probably the same lens as it was before. It's definitely a different sensor. As you can see, well, the size is different, sensor is new, but we'll see the result. So now I'm going to show you some pictures I've made of a Patterson poster to see how it behaves in the center and in the corner. I've made different aperture. I've done from 24, 35, 50, and 75 millimeter at different apertures, so you can have a look at it. Okay, so 24 millimeter, which is 10.7, I think, gives you like 20 and something millimeter. You get at 2.8. As you can see, the center is fine. The corner is really, really bad. At 4, center is fine. Corner no good. 5.6, center is fine. Corner no good. F8, center is fine. Corner almost not acceptable. F11, center is fine. Corner is not good enough. So I went to 35 millimeter. 2.8, the center is okay, it's nice, perfect, it's okay. The corner is still no good. F4, I forgot to do it. 5.6, center is good. Corner not good enough. F8, center is good. Corner is just acceptable. F11, center is perfect. Corner is almost not acceptable either. 50 millimeters, 2.8, center is perfect. Corner is no good. F4, center is perfect. Corner is not acceptable. 5.6, center is perfect. Corner is barely acceptable. F8, center, it's okay. Corner, barely acceptable. F11, center, perfect. Corner, barely acceptable, just acceptable, okay. 75 millimeter, 2.8, center is perfect. Corner, not acceptable. F4, center, okay. Corner, not acceptable. 5.6, center, okay. Corner, barely acceptable. F8, center, okay. Corner, just acceptable. F11, center, okay. Corner, still too smooth. Okay, acceptable, but still too smooth. So, what does this mean? Well, most people did not even realize they had the problem on the first version. And most people will not even see it on this one. Why? Because when you do some reportage, some journalistic work, actually you put the important thing in the center. And in the corner, what's in the corner is in the blurred part of your picture. You will never notice that it's not sharp enough. Okay, you won't see it. So most people will not notice that, except people who want that camera to do landscape or some product that actually have to be fully represented sharply from corner to corner. So then they will notice it. So if you buy this camera for everyday camera or even a pro compact and go here and there like a journalistic or traveling and that's fine. You will not have any problem. But if you want it for landscape, that's a problem. Now I'm going to show you a landscape so you understand the problem. As you can see, I put diagonally the landscape so you can have a look at the corner. You see it fully now? Now you see the center is sharp. Now look at the corner. That's the problem you will have. That if you wanted to do like a cityscape, then your corners won't be sharp. And this is why I think this camera is not for that. Obviously, when you have a camera this size, you have to decide, especially if the lens is this size, you have to decide what part of the lens is going to be the good part and what is not going to be the bad one, okay? Or it could be the brilliant one. At wide angle, this lens is not sharp enough in the corner. In the center, it's fine most of the time. So I would say it's like saying this is a 50mm lens that lets you take picture in 24, 35, and 75. It's like optional. So I think for reportage, it's a great little camera. But if you look at it as a landscape traveling, think first. Maybe there are other options. Panasonic has other options, surely. But I think the corner are still not sharp enough, okay? Would I buy this camera? Well, if I do some everyday journalistic work without thinking about it, I think it's great. It's a great camera. If I want to do trekking, walking around in the mountains and take landscape picture, no, I would not take this camera. I think it's the corners are not good enough for me, okay? One thing that I really have bettered on this camera is the sensor. Now I'm going to show you a picture. It is highlighted with 3-stop over, as you can see now. And I'm going to show you how you get back the 3-stop in Lightroom, reducing the highlight, and then I pushed the shadows. As you can see, the picture is now perfect. There is no burnt, and I don't have noise in the shadows. So I think they have made a great job on the sensor. So I think it's a great camera for that. You can see it gives you a lot of possibilities. So my conclusion, what is my conclusion? I think if you want it for reportage, it's a great camera. If you want it for landscape, it is not the best one. For most people, this is a perfect camera. The price range is around €750, something like this. I think it's fine. There are things that other more expensive cameras, like some Sony, don't have, like the flash hot shoe and things like this. So I recommend this camera, yes, for reportage, things like this. Okay, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you, Photosura, for lending me the camera. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ericgibaud, my website, ericgibaud.com. Any question can send me an email to info@ericgibaud.com. If you want to check my Facebook, facebook.com/ericgibaudphoto, my Instagram, ericgibaud, Twitter, ericgibaud. I think that's it. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.